Welcome to the other dimension.
When we accept the truth that the very foundation of existence is based on mathematical principles, and that our core identity as extensions of existence is also rooted in these principles, we uncover the astonishing reality that both our actions and our inactions are causes that generate effects. We are never ever blameless. What we experience, whether individually or collectively, is a result of our actions and our inactions. On a larger scale, we are self-determined. We are self-determined because existence itself is grounded in mathematical principles. People tend to avoid acting out of fear of being blamed. We prefer to take a neutral stance. In mathematical terms, we refer to such stance as a zero position. However, in real life, zero is an important figure. Zero still represents something, and a very vital or significant something. In the world of digitized finance, if a bank removes all the zeros from your account, you wouldn't be pleased, would you? What is $1,000 when all the zeros are gone? If your house is on fire and you choose not to act, what will be the result or the effect? If you have 4 factors for achieving good health, but you need 12 factors, and you decide not to pursue the remaining ones, will you attain the health you desire? Existence is based on mathematical principles. Every effect results from a cause or a combination of causes. There is a scale of justice here. It is tilting in a way that may not favor the collective's health and well-being. This shift is influenced by assumed complacency and the discouragement of individual analysis. Humans are being intentionally or unintentionally programmed into a state of helplessness, a state where many no longer ask the 3 basic questions: why, how, and when. Many are too busy for personal development, and many have forgotten who we truly are. This is the predicament that tilts the scales of justice. The collective is too busy to attend to social concerns or expect a savior to resolve them. But guess what? The savior we seek is within every one of us. It is the mathematical principles that lie at our very core. We have a capacity for constancy, for consistency, for predictability, forecasting, logic, reason, problem solving, and decision making. We can use what lies within us to create the world we desire to live in. We dedicated several sessions to examining consistency and predictability. We had to do so because both are essential qualities for experiencing a sense of self and for building stability and reliability. A functional sense of self, stability, and reliability allows for the development of logical thinking, problem solving, reasoning, and a sense of universal order. As we make our journey from consistency and predictability, it is important to bear in mind that they are both composites of our root. Our root is formulated in mathematical principles. Therefore, it doesn't matter where we journey from here. Whatever directions we choose to take must be somewhat related to our roots to ensure stability and grounding. Stay tuned.
In a world that often seems obsessed with the future, driven by innovation, progress, and the next big thing, remembering our roots reminds us that a wholesome and healthy future is built on understanding our core identity.
We live in an era marked by rapid change, information overload, and existential uncertainty. People are increasingly unsure of what to believe, and there is growing unease about fundamental questions of purpose, identity, and the ultimate meaning of life. Questions such as, who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? How do I want to grow? And what do I want to experience? These questions are daunting and often kept hidden in many people's minds. Western civilization faces increasing complexity, especially as the major religion that once provided a sense of stability has undergone a paradigm shift. This shift, to a large extent, does not support personal grounding. As a result, many are experiencing instability in their relationships, careers, religious practices, and spiritual beliefs. The human quest for groundedness has never been more urgent. Today, we begin helping individuals who have embarked on this journey of self discovery to re-establish a sense of grounding. Let's dive right in.
When we engage with mathematical principles, we touch something that transcends the contingencies of human experience. We connect with truths that are not subject to opinion, interpretation, or cultural relativism.
We have already laid the groundwork for understanding how reconnecting with our roots can help us feel more grounded. Since the original substance or source is rooted in mathematical principles and we are simply extensions of that substance, looking inward allows us to discover psychological, spiritual, social, emotional, and mental stability. This inner connection is the gateway to mental stability and grounding because mathematical principles provide deep insights into the nature of reality. It provides certainty and it also helps us with the realization of our place in the cosmos. Mathematical principles influence many vital mental skills, including accuracy, organization, intelligence, reasoning, logic, memory, decision making, spatial awareness, and problem solving. These skills are interconnected and they demonstrate that the impact of mathematical principle is deeply rooted in human cognition, extending beyond formal calculations. Along with logical thinking, problem solving, reasoning, and a sense of cosmic order, concepts such as patterns, symmetry, infinity, and invariance offer a unique foundation for cultivating a strong sense of grounding in an otherwise chaotic world. But what is grounding? We need a working definition of grounding to help you gain a good understanding of how connecting with your roots can facilitate its realization. We answer this question after the reflection statement.
Mathematical truths are among the most reliable, unchanging facts accessible to human awareness. When we work with mathematical principles, we connect with something that goes beyond the contingencies of human experience. We access truths that are not influenced by opinions, interpretations, or cultural differences.
Groundedness goes beyond simply being free of anxiety or feeling calm. It is a state of mental and emotional stability marked by several important elements. These elements are 1. A clearly defined reality, 2. The ability to tell apart what is true from what is only believed or what is feared, 3, confidence in one's reasoning processes. And 4, the ability to handle uncertainty without losing rational thinking. This means you are considered grounded if your understanding of reality is clear and not vague. You can distinguish what is true from your beliefs, fears, and assumptions. You trust your reasoning because it follows a logical process, and you can manage uncertain situations without becoming overly emotional, thus maintaining rational thinking. If you can do all of these, we consider you as a grounded individual. Do you know why, when we think of being grounded, the earth readily comes to mind? We will answer this question shortly. A grounded person has a stable internal sense of direction that remains reliable even when external circumstances become chaotic. They can assess situations, make decisions based on evidence rather than panic, and keep perspective when emotions risk clouding judgment. When we discuss being grounded, we often use metaphors of connection to the earth. We talk about roots that dig deep and foundations that are hard to move. These metaphors work because they reflect the principles of mathematics. A mathematical principle offers a stable foundation that connects our thoughts to the solid ground of reality rather than allowing them to drift unanchored in the world of speculation, emotion, or delusion. Can you, therefore, see a connection between the necessity of grounding and a greater recognition of and a return to mathematical principles? Can you see the connection? Why we are asking that we all return to our roots. Our roots is mathematical in nature. Can you see and appreciate the reason for this push towards a recognition of and return to mathematical principles so that we can have the grounding we seek?
Mathematical principles provide a stable foundation that links our thoughts to the solid ground of reality, rather than letting them drift aimlessly in the realm of speculation, emotion, or delusion.
When we understand and align ourselves with the causal structure of a situation, we feel more grounded because we can make sense of what is happening and why it is happening. A grounded person has a stable internal sense of direction that remains reliable even when external circumstances become chaotic. They can assess situations, make decisions based on evidence rather than panic, and keep perspective when emotions risk clouding judgment.
In a world that often seems obsessed with the future, driven by innovation, progress, and the next big thing, remembering our roots reminds us that a wholesome and healthy future is built on understanding our core identity.
I know. Mathematics often seem like the pinnacle of abstraction, disconnected from the tangible realities of daily life. This is how the average person views mathematics, just an abstraction. However, this apparent abstraction conceals a deep concreteness. Mathematical truths are among the most reliable, unchanging facts available to human awareness. When we work with mathematical principles, we connect with something that transcends the contingencies of human experiences. We access truths that are unaffected by opinions, interpretations, or cultural differences. 2 plus 2 equals 4, whether we are in Tokyo or Timbuktu, in the Bronze Age or the Space Age, feeling joyful or feeling despondent. This universality provides a sense of stability by reminding us that beneath the apparent chaos of existence, there are fundamental structures that remain fixed and reliable. Did you realize that without the concreteness of mathematical principles, morality would become so variable as to be ineffective? Did you realize that? We will explore this idea next. 2 plus 2 equals 4, whether we are in Tokyo or Timbuktu, in the Bronze Age or the Space Age, feeling joyful or feeling despondent. 2 plus 2 still equals 4. The morals that underpin and shape a healthy human life are grounded in mathematical principles. It doesn't matter what era we live in or our ethnicity. These morals are so strong that they hold the social fabric together and provide a sense of stability. They do so because they are not subject to the whims of change. They cannot be subjected to the whims of change because they originate from mathematical principles. And you know what? Mathematical principles enable the expression of laws. We will explore cosmic laws more deeply at some other time. Our brain functions according to mathematical principles. Our perception of the world, decision making, learning, and memory are all guided by the certainty of mathematical laws.
I am law. Law is built on mathematical principles. Fundamental to law are factors, the combination of which yields an effects.
Let us pause for a moment of reflection.
In a world that often seems obsessed with the future, driven by innovation, progress, and the next big thing, remembering our roots reminds us that a wholesome and healthy future is built on understanding our core identity.
A grounded person has a stable internal sense of direction that remains reliable even when external circumstances become chaotic. They can assess situations, make decisions based on evidence rather than panic, and keep perspective when emotions risk clouding judgment.
Embracing our roots not only gives us control over our personal life, but also help us create the world we wish to live in.
Two plus 2 equals 4, whether we are in Tokyo or Timbuktu, in the Bronze Age or the Space Age, feeling joyful or feeling despondent. 2 plus 2 still equals 4.
Mathematical principles provide a stable foundation that links our thoughts to the solid ground of reality, rather than letting them drift aimlessly in the realm of speculation, emotion, or delusion.
Two plus 2 still equals 4. A grounded person is in tune with their internal compass and can remain steady and dependable even when external circumstances become chaotic. They can accurately evaluate situations, make decisions based on evidence rather than panic, and maintain perspective when emotions threaten to cloud judgment. What have we learned from today's session? We have learned that mathematical principles provide deep insights into the nature of reality. They afford certainty and they assure us of our place in the cosmos. We also learned that groundedness is more than just being free of anxiety or feeling calm. It is a state of mental and emotional stability characterized by clarity about reality, rational thinking in uncertain situations, and the ability to distinguish truth from alarmist information. Mathematics is not just an abstract concept, disconnected from our daily lives. Actually, our brain operates according to mathematical principles. Our morals stem from those principles, and whether we feel grounded depends on our acceptance of mathematical principles.